Hello, Lorenzo here, episode 10 of KSP Next, titled Symphony of Failure. A black screen for solemn pondering of failures. Anyway, let's get into the episode, and I have some stuff today, oh boy. First thing is actually a happy occurrence. The guys from Mission Control, they phoned in, and it seems that one of our earlier satellites has gotten a gravity assist from the moon and is now in solar orbit. We've promptly rang the headlines and they've transferred some prize money, because that's how this world works. You give the newspapers some headlines and they give you money. Actually, that's how the real world works as well. Alright, so we did escape the Earth through patience and luck. Now let's try and launch some rockets. We're going to launch the Bureaucrat 1, which is intended to satisfy the contract lawyers by re-entering a unmanned capsule, proving that we can do this. Never mind that we already did it with a manned one. Now, the problem here is that we have to complete this now, because we won't have time to build another rocket before the contract expires. That is the problem. Anyway, here is the familiar Thor 7 rocket lifting off. We're getting quite some experience with these engines, which leads me to hope that they will be reliable to use in, the future, every other launch from now on, until we develop better ones to start from scratch. I'm going to try a pitch over maneuver, which I didn't do before, but well, it should be possible. I got into this experimentation thanks to some people in the comments saying it should really be more efficient, so here's trying that. Anyway, further on in the launch, actually this is like way past the launch. What's happening here, I'm really behind on the plot. The launch went fine, the capsule orbited, we're deorbiting it now, but unfortunately due to some upper atmosphere tumbling and loss of control, we are entering head first, and as you just saw, that is not going well. The RCS nozzles have just exploded. I'm going to enable the capsule to... the capsule has built-in RCS nozzles as well. I'm going to enable those, but we're screaming through the upper atmosphere at about 74 kilometers. And the capsule is already heating up, and the aerodynamic forces are too strong for the reaction control thrusters to actually overcome. So this capsule is gonna enter head first. Now, I'm not sure if this will work, but you saw the title of the episode. It would be strange if this first launch ended on a happy note. It is possible, don't rule it out, I could be tricking you. And so far the capsule isn't actually exploding yet. It's making a fiery streak through the sky. Head first, still trying to turn around with those RCSs, but that's not going to happen. The big worry here now is that the parachutes are going to explode, or indeed the whole capsule. Well, at least the contract lawyers can be happy that there isn't an astronaut in here. That would be pretty horrible. I'm trying to rotate the capsule to space out the heating, but it isn't enough, and it's just about going to explode. The heat levels are going off the chart, and here's some actual fireballs. So, unfortunately, contract lawyers are not satisfied that we can do an unmanned re-entry. Next mission, we're launching the Tranquility. Actually, this is the second launch of the Tranquility 1 ship. Launching that into the night because that was the proper plane to reach the moon. We're going pretty sideways at a fairly low altitude. We're just at 10 kilometers and already 45 degrees pitched over. Trying to experiment with the ascent path, maybe not the best time to do so, because here the rocket is breaking up due to aerodynamic forces. 100% pilot error, but fortunately there wasn't actually a pilot in here. Now we're in trouble because both contracts failed. Look at the top screen, we only have 50,000 credits. But what I did do is I did order 4 more rockets built. 2 Tranquility 1 rockets and 2 Thor 7s. And as soon as those rockets are built, I'm going to re-accept the contracts, and I've just done so. So I've got some rockets in the garage ready to do this. Bureaucrat 2, same deal as before. We've got about a year's worth of time to appease the contract lawyers and show this re-entry. We can do this. But unfortunately, just seconds after launch, the center engine on this Thor 7 fails, decidedly striking out any chance for this rocket to reach reach orbit. It cannot do so with just the side boosters. It reaches some distance downrange, we separate using this spectacular fashion and then use the range safety. And, we need to keep the range safe. Fortunately, we built a second rocket, which we can, well, fire off. The Bureaucrat 3. Let's launch that into space. See how we re-enter a capsule intact. This one, the boosters actually function fine, and we are re-entering. We're still upside down because at the filming of this footage I hadn't read the comments yet, but doesn't matter for the astronauts that are not on board. Unfortunately, where the pod is coming down, we don't have radio coverage, so no deploying of the parachutes, and the pod crashed into the ocean. God damn it. Actually, the third launch of the Tranquility 1 ship trying to reach the moon. This one is with the restartable engine that we are going to hopefully plow right into the moon, make a nice big lunar crater. This one ascended just fine. Here we have the upper stage after stage reignition. It's now powering onwards towards the moon. It's just about 1.5 kilometers per second of delta V left in its maneuver node, and thus far it's going pretty well. We've never gone any further, but then again the engine conks out. First it loses efficiency and then it stops altogether. Now what I do have here is a probe on top of the rocket, and where I re-entered the last one I thought, well, this capsule, it dropped into the ocean because I didn't have a radio link to send the deploy parachute commands on. Let's repurpose this ship into a comm satellite. So here we are at Apoapsis, 13,000 kilometers, utilizing every bit of fuel in this rocket to circularize and extend this orbit, extending the antennae on this lunar probe to serve as a comsat instead. This way at least there's some utility to be had from this rocket. So we have one more rocket in the garage. We have the last Tranquility mission, which will fire off right now. We'll again try to reach the moon, and if it fails, we'll get another comsat out of it. Not ideal, but we do what we can. Rocket lifts off, and apart from that center engine failure on the Thor 7, these boost stages are now actually performing pretty damn well. We've learned our lesson, we've upped the reliability, and everything's going well. In this ascent, actually I'm not even showing this, but before the outer boosters burned out, one of them failed, but the abort mode, I hit 5 at the right time, and we managed to get into orbit. Second stage here on course for the moon again. Maneuver node has been set, 2.5 kilometers per second to go. And I'll give you a little spoiler. The engine is going to fail in about a minute's time. And I will also tell you why, because I discovered this. As in some episodes before this, engine reliability is really the biggest factor governing rocket design and, stage longevity and failure mode. Now, upon designing this rocket, I saw the engine reliability, the rated burn time to be 600 seconds, meaning 10 minutes. The total burn time of this stage, not accounting for log spoil off, is about 6.5 minutes. So that should be fine, right? Unfortunately not, because the 600 seconds was for an uprated, more advanced design that's only unlocked after another science node. This engine is only rated for some 4.5 minutes, making it, of course, not a surprise that it ends up failing all the time. Actually, it's overburning its rated burn time by a good 30 or so seconds. And interestingly, the fact that the second missions get a lot further than the first one is more due to a better ascent path on the first stage than an actually better performing engine. Here it is failing, and here I am reconfiguring the lunar payload for a ComSat alternative. On the rocket construction side, we are constructing another Thor 7, another Tranquility 2 with a shorter upper stage, and hopefully with this network of satellites we will be able to recover the capsule intact, finally satisfy the contract lawyers, and then move on to greener pastures. Once more, thanks for watching. See you probably somewhere around next week when I get some time to make new videos, and enjoy your Sunday. Goodbye.